unrest continues in Himachal Pradesh, where opposition parties are demanding the imposition of precedence rule due to alleged administrative failures by the state government following the recent natural disasters. This has sparked a significant political debate across the region. Farmers in Haryana have intensified their protests against the state government over issues related to crop procurement and minimum support prices, MSP. The protests have led to road blockades, impacting traffic and daily life in several parts of the state. With the onset of autumn, Delhi is once again grappling with deteriorating air quality. Authorities are under pressure to implement stricter measures to curb pollution levels as the Air Quality Index, AQI, has begun to show concerning trends. In Jammu and Kashmir, preparations are in full swing for the upcoming local body elections. Security has been heightened across the region to ensure peaceful voting, especially in areas with a history of disturbances. The Uttar Pradesh government has announced a significant infrastructure push with new projects aimed at improving connectivity and industrial growth in the state. This includes the development of new expressways and industrial corridors to boost the state's economy. Shiv Sena, UBT, leader Aditya Thackeray has dismissed rumors of a power struggle among Maha Vikas Aghadi, MVA, allies over the chief minister's post. He emphasized the unity of the alliance, which is focused on defeating the current government led by the BJP and the breakaway Shiv Sena faction. A 29-year-old man was arrested at Titwala railway station in Thane for allegedly stalking and making inappropriate remarks to a young woman. The arrest has raised concerns about safety at public transport hubs. Police in Navi Mumbai have seized 194 counterfeit 500 rupees notes and booked 2 individuals. The discovery was made after one of the suspects disposed of the fake currency near a bridge in Uran town. A court has ruled the Maharashtra State Road Transport Corporation, MSRTC, workers' strike illegal, urging the state government to resolve the ongoing labor dispute that has disrupted public transportation services. Although Rajasthan is not typically part of West India, the region has been impacted by severe weather conditions, leading to train cancellations and diversions due to damaged railway tracks. A well-known yoga guru in Karnataka has been arrested for allegedly raping a non-resident Indian, NRI, woman. The arrest was made after the victim claimed that the guru manipulated her by saying they had a relationship in a previous birth. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, who is currently on an official visit to the United States, was seen enjoying a bicycle ride along a beach. His visit secured a 400 crore rupees investment for green energy production in Chengalpattu, creating 500 jobs. Heavy rains have led to severe flooding in several parts of Kerala, with authorities issuing red alerts in multiple districts. The state is bracing for more rainfall as rescue operations continue. Andhra Pradesh is witnessing a surge in IT investments with new tech parks and companies setting up operations in the state. This is expected to boost employment and infrastructure development. Telangana is actively pursuing investments in semiconductor manufacturing as part of India's broader push to reduce dependency on imports and build a local ecosystem for high-tech components. The Indian government has approved the Digital Agriculture Mission, DAM, to boost agricultural productivity using digital infrastructure. The initiative includes creating a digital identity for farmers linked to land records and using geospatial data to support farming decisions. The India Semiconductor Mission, ISM, is expanding, with a new semiconductor unit approved in Sanand, Gujarat. This is part of efforts to reduce reliance on semiconductor imports and bolster local manufacturing. Parts of Manipur were attacked by grenade-bearing drones, raising security concerns. This incident underscores the increasing threat of drone-based terrorism and cross-border smuggling. The eShram portal, aimed at creating a national database for unorganized workers, has registered over 30 crore workers. This is a significant step towards providing better social security coverage for these workers. In Odisha, there has been a political uproar over the expenditure of 247 crore rupees on the distribution of Jhot bags during the previous government's tenure. This has led to demands for further investigation into the allocation and use of these funds.